to the pay-per-view stage. Boxing, MMA, and banned on the ring. From the neon lights to the thunderous sound. This is a war song with warriors of clown. Bare knuckle boxing, blood splatters the floor. No gloves, no mercy, justice, and hardcore with each punch thrown. The crowd roars into life. It's a brutal dance, alternative arena lights. Kickboxing, warriors with kicks that can't break. Legs sweet like hammers headed with
Rob's Italian Grill, every dish tells a story. Lasagna's always been special to me and my family. We prepare it the same way my grandmother prepared it. First of all, you have to make a pomodoro sauce. Then you cook your pasta, you lay it out, you put your pasta down. We splotch the meat sauce, the ricotta cheese, the Romano cheese, and then we layer it. So come celebrate at your local Carrabba's and enjoy our one-of-a-kind lasagna.
For my boy Sky, Chiflo, Folsom. Both these guys are excellent human beings, fantastic mixed martial artists, and a fantastic matchup put on here by Fusion Fight League tonight.
It'll be interesting to see the contrast in style. You mentioned earlier 5'11" and 145 pounds. Kano in remarkable shape.
And you notice right away the size difference. Kano is the bigger fighter. He's taller. He has the reach advantage.
And just because he's 5'11 and 145 pounds, don't think that means there isn't an awful lot of power in that body.
I tell you what, he started this cut very large, and let me tell you what, big head kick by Kano, big head. G-Flow shrugs it off, but let me tell you, when you see a fighter say that didn't land, it means it landed.
Right, yeah, that's always, you saw that in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight a couple of weeks ago that Mayweather kept saying, not hurting me, not hurting me, not hurting me, but at the end of the day, they hurt.
Now, Dave, this fight is going to be so much better than Maypac.
Well,
Sky G-Flow Folsom, he's working in, he's feeling out his opponent in Matt Kano. He's coming forward. Great confidence in this young man. Fantastic fighter, moving into the pro ranks, and he is looking good so far. Both these guys picking their shots, showing great respect for their opponent, not just going in there and throwing down. These guys are feeling each other out. Good respect. Great inside leg kick from Sky G-Flow Folsom. Big outside leg kick from Sky Folsom. And a big front kick that just whisked by Kano's nose. Guaranteed he smelled the foot of Sky G-Flow Folsom there.
I think you're right. Both of these guys being a little bit careful here in the first round, is both recognizing the damage that their opponent could do if you get too close.
And a big left landed by Kano. You see him consistently changing his stances, which confuses fighters. A lot of fighters are unable to do that. Very good job in switching his stances and landing that left.
And if you're equally powerful from both the left and the right, you're right. It's difficult to prepare for as you come into this to an MMA fight or a boxing fight or any of those kinds of things, because you're intending that you would know, at least as far as punches are concerned, where the most damaging punches are likely to come from. But if you're capable of throwing both the left and the right, it can be a real problem for your opponent.
And a little float like a butterfly from Matt Kano. Oh, coming in with a bomb of a left hand.
When he swings those hands through the zone, but he hasn't landed very many of them thus far in this fight. But boy, if they do, they're going to hurt.
A swing and a miss. Tell you what, though, Sky G-Flow Folsom felt the wind on that one.
Oh, absolutely. And both these guys have come in. They both tried to land a couple of knockout blows in this one and haven't been able to do it just yet. But certainly both guys fully capable of throwing that one punch if they connect.
Great respect shown by both fighters. They both know they can end it in one shot. These guys are phenomenally technical fighters. They're great showcase for Fusion Fight League here tonight. An excellent feature bout. Pro debut of Sky G-Flow Folsom, 2-1 Matt Kano, feeling each other out. Let me tell you what, this may seem like a slow fight so far, but these guys can explode and change this thing in a minute, just as they do just there.
Folsom, a nice job getting in close for the first time and getting a hold of that leg. First time either guy has really gotten any sort of an upper hand in terms of trying to get in close and get into grappling.
Tell you what, and another big left. Caught the kick of Sky G-Flow Folsom and landed a big left as Kano. Let me tell you what, fully automatic weapon. It's very silent when it's just sitting there, but as soon as you pull the trigger, be ready for some action. That's exactly what this fight is. This is a fully automatic fight, and then once the trigger's pulled, watch out.
And Folsom has to be careful because Kano does have a pretty significant reach advantage. You mentioned it earlier when the two of them are standing at the center of the ring before the opening bell. Clearly, a much larger man is Matt Kano.
And if you've never checked a leg kick, folks, that shin to shin, that hurts so bad. Both these guys showing no saving face here, showing no emotion, just focused on one another. Kano working to be a little flashy, trying to bounce out the cage. G-Flow ready to take advantage of any opening he sees here. Big kick by G-Flow. Oh, and a big kick thrown by Kano, misses. He ends up on his back, but pops right back up like a kangaroo. This kid is explosive.
Pops right back up very quickly, and Folsom tried to jump in there and take advantage of the mistake by Kano, but wasn't quite able to do so.
Outside leg kick thrown by Folsom, checked by Kano. Big head kick blocked. Oh, another slip.
So we'll wind down the first round of this professional fight.
That's round one of the feature.
I think you probably ought to take everybody as Well, they're undefeated.
Yeah. Well, and if you know what, if you haven't been to Missoula Dog Pound, it's a fight every day up there. So he's been in more than enough wars in the gym. Those guys train their savages up there.
So both fighters starting to exert their will just a little bit and trying to.
Great sportsmanship shown by both fighters. Big swing and a miss from Sky Chief Lo Folsom, looking for a knockout punch in the second round. Great catch of the leg, man. But Folsom springs up so quick. Both these guys so explosive, so fast. As I said, this fight can change.
And you can see Folsom kind of cringing a little bit when those legs come in there, and it makes some sense. There is a pretty significant reach advantage, both in terms of arms and legs for Kano, and you've already seen both the hands and the feet. When they come through the zone like that, they are moving.
And watch for these guys to start getting fancy. I tell you what, one might start getting fancy, one might start getting technical, and might not work out for the other. But trying to put on a show for the Fusion Fight League fans here tonight. These guys are doing it, and things are starting to heat up in this second round. More action in the second round than the first. These guys are starting to get a feel for each other's timing, get a feel for each other's length, what it feels like to fight against each other, and they're starting to turn it up. Big outside leg kick landed by Folsom.
Both guys trying to figure out where their advantage may be. Another nasty shot. That left hand of Kano has done all sorts of damage. The right leg goes up.
Big left hand and a big left kick landed by Kano, but Folsom shows no fear. These guys are warriors, man. This is a fantastic fight put on by Fusion Fight League. Second round, Sky Chief Lo Folsom, Matt Kano. Showing great respect for each other, but letting each other know they're here to win. They're here to take this thing to the finish. Both looking for big shots.
Another big shot there.
Not looking to wrestle out a decision here. These guys are looking to put on a show for the fans.
Both guys getting in there. Kano really confusing Folsom right now by switching from lefty to righty.
Well, you can see the damage on Matt Kano's left leg from those big outside leg kicks landed by Folsom. Kano is wearing some damage, and a little punch to the leg by Sky Chief Lo Folsom.
A couple big shots there landed by Folsom as he comes wading inside, gets through the defenses, and able to land some big shots.
Sets up the inside single fake to right hand. Great combos thrown by these guys. Both setting up, trying to find openings. Not finding a lot. Both covering up well. Both fighting a very technical striking battle.
Another big left there. And
high kick, front kick
trying
combo.
To get in there and do some more damage. When he has been successful, Kano has done it predominantly with that left leg, but he's taken some punishment because of exactly things like that. If Folsom sees it coming, he's been able to get a hand on it at times and get in there and land some big shots with the opposite hand.
I am impressed with both of these fighters. They're blocking well, they're defending well. Big left straight down the center for Sky Chief, for Matt Kano on Sky. Another big outside leg kick landed for Sky, returned by a left from Kano.
Kano again doing that switching back and forth where he will be fighting right-handed and then fighting southpaw and switching back and forth. Folsom beginning to figure it out, however, as he's able to get inside the defenses and land a couple of big shots there.
And you see Folsom now starting to use his head movement. You saw him kind of coming in straight, not moving his head, and that's where he's eating that left and that right hand of Kano. These guys need to work their head movement. Little punch to the leg, little showmanship by Sky Chief Lo Folsom. Uses to set up a right hand, but misses. Has to keep his head off that center line. Kano is driving right down the center with those punches and kicks, and he's landed a few great shots.
One of those kicks gets right through the middle of those two hands. Folsom's going to be in a whole lot of trouble very quickly.
And the first takedown attempt shown by Kano. Folsom working into a guillotine here. Throws some punches. Kano defends the guillotine. And Kano was complaining to the ref about something there, but I didn't see exactly what it was.
Help me out, but I'm not real sure what it was he was looking for there.
You don't want the ref to help you here.
No, and he was able to get out of the chokehold. So
he may have eaten some shots to the back of the head. That might have been what he was complaining about there. I didn't see any, but in the scrambles, those things can happen. Another big shot, another big leg kick landed by Sky, and you see
10 seconds.
You see Kano switching his stance. And They pour it on at the end of the second round, both trying to put an exclamation mark to the end of the round and steal it.
And we go into the third round here.
That was probably
Neither one of these guys looks like they're.
Guys, who wants it? Don't leave it in the judges' hands.
Doesn't look like they're any worse for the wear. I tell you what, great matchup put on by Fusion Fight League tonight. These guys match up very well, putting on a good show for all the fans here tonight, live and watching on live stream. Some kicks from Kano. Both these guys are going to come out and try to take it in this third round.
Well, I don't think either one of these guys probably should feel so confident that all they have to do is get through this, and they're absolutely going to win the fight.
Oh, no. This has been an exchanging fight. You know, nothing really telling. Nothing really telling. You never know what judges are looking for.
No, I think Kano probably.
Oh, big left, clipped Folsom on his way back. Kano pouring it on and letting him know, I'm coming to take it. You do see that he has changed his stance. He's fighting in a southpaw stance right now. Left side back. Catches the kick and lands another left, but doesn't follow up on it. Shows he does not want to go to the ground with Folsom. Wants to keep it standing. Could be looking for a quick KO. Could be looking for a quick shot on the feet. Feeling comfortable on the feet, but shows that he does not want to go to the ground at the moment.
Kano still working that jab, trying to make sure he can keep Folsom off of him, recognizing that Folsom may not have a ton of professional experience, but he is a dangerous, dangerous fighter. And if you get in too close, you negate whatever advantage you might have otherwise had with that reach advantage.
And these guys are saving. They're landing explosively. You know, they're not trading back and forth the entire time. They're both fighting very smart fighters, trying to land good shots, trying to pick their shots. Great showcase of mixed martial arts here tonight. Great showcase of striking from both these fighters. Haven't seen much on the ground, or any on the ground. You know, these guys are doing a great job at exchanging, great job at picking their shots, looking for finishes. And Kano showing no exhaustion from that big weight cut. Both these guys fighting just as they were in the first round, in the third here.
No, he doesn't seem to be the least bit bothered, and both these guys were right on the number at weigh-ins last night. So
it's
they
interesting.
do get there, but only barely.
It's interesting that neither one of these guys has looked to take it to the ground and see how they stack up here. Both are landing well on the feet. You know, they're exchanging punches. Good left hook there for Kano. Exchanging punches, exchanging kicks. But neither one of them have looked to take it to the ground and see where they're at, see how they match up there.
No, it's somewhat surprising that, especially given that neither one of them has really been all that dominant through the first two and a half rounds. You would have thought at some point one of them would decide, well, you know, I wonder how that strategy might work for me. Certainly two guys with a lot of amateur experience and no reason to think they wouldn't be very good on the ground. But you're right, for whatever reason, both of them seemingly content to basically just kick and punch, and we'll see what we can do.
Oh, big high kick and a takedown by Sky. Takedown by Sky. This is the first time we've seen him on the ground here. We were just talking about it, Dave. Talking about neither one of them has gone to the ground and followed the opponent. A couple catches of the kicks,
Yep.
couple of those, but they've let him stand up. They've allowed him to stand back up. Now we see Sky sitting on top. Kano's working his guard. We'll see how it plays out on the ground here in round 3.
Both these guys recognizing you're coming to the end of the fight and you got to do something in order to win this bad boy. You might have been able to hear Terrell in the background saying, who wants it more? Don't leave it in the judges' hands. And it would appear that at least thus far here in round number 3, both fighters listening to him.
And Sky working hard to put an exclamation mark at the end of this third round and steal it. Keeping Kano on his back is a big deal in the judges' scorecards. Kano doing a great job of defending himself from his back, but I tell you what, when the judges are watching this, they see one guy on the ground, they see one guy standing up, and Kano's back to his feet.
And able to land a couple of good shots even from the ground down there, as he did have at least one get kicked to the head there that did get through the defenses and snapped Folsom's head back just a little bit. He seems to be still solid on his feet, but there were a couple of shots certainly landed there, and now Kano back up on his feet and looking awfully fresh and awfully confident.
Good left hook by Kano there. Great outside leg kick. Those are adding up. You see the welt on Kano's leg. Oh, and a big right hand got through the defenses of Folsom. Kano's pouring it on. Both these guys want it. Big left kick landed by Kano. Body kick. Chi Flow continues to move forward. Another body kick. And you see him start to block it there. Those are landing. Kano's going to have to pour it on here. Short time, 10 seconds. We'll see what these guys got to come and put an exclamation at the end of the third round. Close fight here, Dave.
And that's the end of that fight there. It did come down to the judges' decision, but that decision was unanimous. Fighting out of the blue corner, your winner is Matt Kano.
Matt Kano takes it by decision.
Our pets every day that we love them. Now it's their chance to do the same. They see your love everywhere. Now it's their turn. With Love My Human, celebrate your bond with stylish pet apparel and accessories for you and your furry friend. From adorable outfits to must-have accessories, now they can show their love for you too. Shop now at lovemyhuman.com and let your pet wear their love.
Ultimately end up being a deciding factor.
Yeah, both these guys coming out of... And Batar coming out hard. These guys are trading right away, working into the clinch. Both these guys coming out of fantastic gyms. Expect big things from both these ladies in the 105-pound division here at Fusion Fight League.
And Batara's got her up against the edge of the cage. Now they rotate and switch positions. Into the corner goes Batara, trying to get flipped around so she can start to land some shots to the body. She did get a few knees in early. We'll see whether or not she can do some more damage. The much more solid fighter.
Oh, and Haga working around to the back here. Working around to the back after that throw. She did get thrown to the ground with the head and arm, but you do give up your back in that transition. You got to watch out for that. So she's working around to the back, and she has it. Celine Haga taking the back of Kira Mogwai Batara. Working in that choke, but Batara's keeping her chin down, trying to defend.
Trying to reach up there and get a couple of shots in while she is in a somewhat compromised position. But the leg lock there for Haga, very, very difficult for Batara to get any decent shots in right now.
Yes, this triangle, the body triangle from the back, as I said earlier, a very tough position, robs you your lungs. Batara doing a great job at trying to work out, trying to take the top position, but she's got to watch a triangle coming out of here.
And Batara trying to switch around to see if she can get her shoulders through this so she can land some more of those shots to the face that she was landing earlier, but in a very compromised position with those legs.
And here she is in a kind of a strange reverse triangle, inverted triangle here. But is Batara. Haga trying to work her position, might work for an armbar here.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like Batara, or Haga rather, is trying to get a hold of that arm and see if she can't get her into an armbar.
The problem is there that her feet were clasped, but now she's escaped. And Batara's starting to pour on, but big up kicks coming from Haga.
And keep in mind, this is a professional fight, so the referee is going to be a little bit slower to stop this one than maybe he would have been in one of the amateur fights earlier in the evening.
Not to mention elbows. Elbows are legal in professional fights. You're gonna see Batara start to rain down elbows, and that'll be a bad thing for Haga from this position. But I tell you what, kudos to these girls' ground game. They are both working very hard, both showcasing some excellent groundwork in the transitions. Looks like Haga is setting up a triangle from the bottom. Batara aware of it.
And Batara looking to the side of the ring over there, trying to get some coaching. As Wildman over there helping out the out-of-area fighter. And one of the nice things about MMA, of course, is the camaraderie between the fighters when you're in the cage.
Haga setting up a triangle here. She might have it. She's working to lock it up. She's going to be working to grab her shin and try to lock up that triangle.
And both fighters content to be on the ground at the moment, though Batara not necessarily as much by choice.
She's locking up this triangle, Dave. If she can underhook that left leg of Batara, Batara's going to be in big trouble here. This is a bad choke, and it's tight, and it's locked up. Batara's going to look to punch out. She's working to explode out, but she's in a bad situation here, Dave.
And Haga also got a hold of that arm, trying to get her in an arm bar as well. So she's got her wrapped around the head with her legs. Batara trying to maneuver her way out of it, but this first round, I got to say, I think that first round has been pretty much all Haga.
You know, she's excellent escape by Batara. Fantastic technical, well executed escape.
But she's still missing her arm. Haga's still got a hold of her arm, I believe, and Haga trying to get her in a position where she can use that arm bar and get this one over with, and we'll see whether or not she's able to get it done.
The problem is the angle here. You have to hyperextend the arm for the arm bar, and her arm is basically out from that position. She'd have to roll it over from here. So she's working to take the back. I tell you what, this is that 10th Planet Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coming through. Batara takes top position.
And she does get out. Both fighters probably realizing coming towards the end of round number 1, we've talked about it all night long, that if you're going to let anything go to the judges, you want to leave them with something positive from your round. And Batara lifting
10 seconds.
Haga now off the ground, dropping her back down. But again, a pro fight, the referee is going to leave it to the fighters to tap out.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, it's an excellent
And
transition.
it's round 1 in this.
And both these fighters are ready to go, Dave. Neither one of them look any worse for the wear. Neither one of them look like they have any intentions on quitting anytime soon. And some colorful uniforms. Oh, and a big right! Big right from Batara. Haga works knees up the center from the clinch.
And Batara getting in there, pushing Haga up against the edge, clearly wanting to be able to get in there, land some good body shots, probably knowing that where she was effective in that first round, she cannot get tied up because Haga clearly has an advantage if they get in too close.
And a big slam by Batara here to Haga. Haga on her back, but she's working for her guard. She has half guard here. Batara working to pass around. She's going to start landing some pins her arm down there. She's going to land some punches here, some elbows here. This is a pro fight. Elbows are legal, and this is early in the round. This is not good for Haga, Dave.
So Haga on the bottom. Batara doing some damage with that left hand and trying to hold her down with the right and hammer away with that left hand. Do some damage. This could go as long as 5 rounds. So certainly early on in this one potentially, but Batara clearly changing her strategy a little bit here in round 2.
And great jiu-jitsu from the bottom from Haga, but Batara ends up passing her guard, working into that side control, pouring on some punches, working the body.
And now using those knees to get in there into that midsection and do some damage there. Again, this is sometimes somewhat of a war of attrition oftentimes, as could go 5 rounds, so that's 15 minutes in the ring if it were to go the distance. The way these two are throwing haymakers, it's a little hard to imagine it would make it that far.
A 3-round fight here, but the rounds are 5 minutes for pro fights. So 15 minutes in the cage, let me tell you what, that's like 5 hours on your, lifting weights, running. Right. I mean, that is
on high alert for every second of those 15 minutes.
It is a massive athletic feat to go 15 minutes in the cage, especially with this high level of fighting. Both these guys, they cannot take a minute to rest. These ladies are technically skilled. They're in shape. They're ready to fight, and they are showing some very high caliber, great technique here at Fusion Fight League tonight.
Batara still on top, so Haga trying to get her flipped over. Batara still landing a few knees in there, but mostly elbows and blows to the face, strikes to the face.
And Batara pushes that knee down, passes into half guard. Working to pass back to side control or a mount, but tell you what, Haga has a fantastic half guard. She's doing a great job at defending there. Works in her butterfly hook here, and she's going to work to full butterfly guard.
Batara trying desperately to stay out of the leg lock there and give herself some room to operate. A little bit interesting because, as I mentioned at the top of the fight, Haga a significant reach advantage.
And arm triangle set up by Haga here. This is tough to pull off from here, but if she can get herself shucked out to the side, Dave, this can tighten up in a hurry and be a big problem, and she does. She's working out to the side. Batara defending well, moving herself back on top.
She's got the arm, trying to get the arm bar there over her head. Tough to get the angle on it from this particular position.
She's working on an arm triangle from the bottom, which is a blood choke. It closes off your carotid arteries. Closes off your carotid artery, causes your head to lose blood. You eventually pass out from here. But Haga has got to shuck herself out to the side. She's got to get the right angle on it. Batara working to pass into the mount, and it looks like she does. Can't quite tell if she's got both legs around at this point, if she's in half guard or mount. Looks like a half guard, and she's out. Great attempt at an arm triangle from the bottom from Haga. Like, as I said, excellent ground game, excellent jiu-jitsu from both these ladies shown here tonight.
And Batara back on top, or still on top, trying to get her arm free so that she can do some more damage, pummeling Haga's face. You can see Haga beginning to swell up a little bit above that right eye.
And working in here, working to pass is Batara.
And Batara again still remains on top, trying to content to hammer away at those sides and at the midsection and see if she can wear her down.
Batara on top here. She has an arm isolated. We'll see if she works that. Pepper in with some big shots from the top. Haga's in a bad position here, but Haga may work around.
10 seconds.
10 seconds in the round. She's going to try to put a exclamation, put some punches in the face of Haga to finish off the round as
All right, that ends that
Batara
round.
finishes on top in a good position, landing punches. Haga not so much.
And I think certainly under the impression that she won, and probably correctly so, that she definitely won that second round. So regardless of how you had it scored in round number one, I think Batara certainly
throwing everything with the kitchen. She's throwing big haymakers in this third round. She knows that Haga is wearing it. She knows that Haga is tired and that she wants to convince her to take an exit out of this third round. Make no mistake, Batara.
She wants to get in there and throw as many punches as she can.
She is working to finish, and
Yeah,
I tell you what, a lot of fighters these days, they work to take wins, they work to take decisions. Batara is working to finish, but watch out. You cannot sleep on a ground game like Haga's. She is working to take the back. She's working her guard. Batara has consistently passed this guard, has consistently shown great positioning and dominance on the ground, but Haga had her in that triangle in the first round. No doubt the fight can change in a split second with that type of choke.
Well, especially she's tried to get her in an armbar, and she's almost had it several times already in this fight. And Batara better be very careful about that, because if she does get her in that armbar, you're absolutely right. I don't care how far you are ahead on any of the judges' cards. If you end up getting into some sort of a position like that where you can be forced to tap out or whatever, things can change very, very quickly.
Part of this, I'm getting confused if I'm watching fighting or stargazing here. Those spats are incredible, I do have to say. Batara working the top position. Both these ladies showing some excellent style with their outfits tonight, but Batara showing some great style on the ground, keeping this top position, landing some shots, and working to pass the guard of Haga here.
When you wonder how much, on the judges' card, she's not doing a whole lot of damage. She's not landing any real big shots for the most part, as far as Batara is concerned. However, she is certainly dominating the fight in terms of forcing the issue and making Haga, not allowing Haga to do what she wants to do. At some point, you got to figure, even if there aren't any huge shots that are landed, how does that factor into the judges' decisions?
Yes, well, they judge these fights based on effective striking, grappling, and octagon control. Aggression and octagon control. She's definitely showing aggression. She's definitely showing octagon control, and she's showing very effective grappling. So no doubt, Batara is taking this second round and putting a stamp on it. Hooks her leg here. Watch out for a rear naked choke. I can't tell if she has it or not. She is working a choke in there. She's got her arm. Haga's arm is trapped behind her. She cannot defend with it. Working it out. I can't tell where she is under the chin. Haga must have her chin down here. Must have her chin down or she'd be in trouble here, but Batara content to squeeze anyways.
And I don't think she does. I think she did get her arm underneath there. No, she does still have the chin underneath the
chin is down. This is incredibly uncomfortable. This is awful on your chin, but it's not going to choke you. You can defend well from here. Very, very painful position, but Batara doing a great job at just saying, I'm going to squeeze anyways. I know it's uncomfortable for you, and I'm just fine here. She's got to watch out to cross her legs in between Haga's legs. You can set up a footlock from there.
And then she does get one of them in between, and so she's trying to bend her over backwards. However, she's lost the hold underneath Haga's legs there, and she's got to be very careful. Haga trying to get that arm in there and see if she can't, probably knowing she's not winning this round. She needs to do something impressive towards the end of this round in order to potentially pull it out or obviously possibly win the fight.
As dominant as Batara has been on the ground, I can't say enough good things about Haga's ground game. She's defending very well. She's defending very technically. She's doing a great job. Both these ladies showing fantastic technique on the ground, and I for one am enjoying this fight very, very much.
No question about it. And Batara still trying to get that chokehold and see if she can't get a submission.
And she's working to get her right leg in as a second hook to maintain that back control. Watch for armbar on Haga's right arm here. Watch for a possible Kimura here. She might slide off and try to finish this armbar, and she's going for it. She's going for it, Dave. She might work to set up a Kimura from here. This is one of my favorite techniques, and this is gorgeous grappling here, gorgeous submission setup here. She is working for that Kimura. If she can pop that hand out of Haga's body
10
here.
seconds.
Only 10 seconds to do it. These guys are working. She works for it. Batara working. Haga defending well. And we're going to the judges' scorecards for this one. Fantastic fight from both these ladies.
Great effort by both fighters, no question about it. And
incredible ground game, incredible transitions, great technique from both these fighters. Batara very confident coming out. She's confident that she has earned it on the judges' scorecards. But both these ladies should hold their head up high. Fantastic fights. I loved it. The crowd loved it. If you didn't like that fight, then
you shouldn't be watching MMA.
Yeah, you need to come take a class from me. Go to if you're in Billings here, go to the Grindhouse. Talk to Will Grindhauser. He will show you a little bit about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You will be impressed, and then you need to go back and watch this fight again. Fantastic technical fight, technical ground battle from both these ladies. I'm impressed. They should both hold their heads up high. Very nice job from both these ladies.
Let's get our fighters to the center of the cage here, if we could, please. This fight, again, brought to you by the Vegas Hotel, a co-main event tonight. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Keira Maguai Batara.
Big win.
Access world-class fishing content anytime, anywhere. Only on Fishing TV. Explore a world of fishing adventures, from freshwater to saltwater, fly fishing to ice fishing. Learn from the experts and enjoy breathtaking fishing expeditions. Whether you are an amateur or a seasoned angler, Fishing.tv offers something for everyone. Subscribe to Fishing.tv for exclusive content, expert tips, and more.
things to say. I really wanted to come out here and show what Z's Gym is all about. I'm really happy I got to showcase Z's Jiu-Jitsu. I got a great team. I'm really proud of my partners, Courtney and Ben. I'm really psyched for my girlfriend, Amanda, coming out to watch this fight all the way from Fort Collins. Anyway, I hope you guys want me back because I want to do it again.
I think, well, let's ask, would you like to see us back again in the future? And if you got something like that to this is a challenge, really hard to make your way later. Please now set two drivers this evening. Joe, got a question for you. Billy Martin's got a question for you. So we'll put it out there. You don't have to answer yes or no, but each wants to do this challenge.
Okay. The next fight, do you want to challenge me? I'm 2-0 so far, knocked out the Bellator veteran, you got the good jiu. I respect you, you got very good jiu-jitsu. I think we'll pull them out pretty damn good, and I think we can put on a hell of a show. Do you accept that challenge?
Let's do it.
You guys have to see these two right? Very good. We will put this together for you guys. Swear it out right there. Because the fight's getting better and better. Right there.
to be any reach advantage either way. A little bit more experience on Kelly's side of the ledger, but you mentioned it earlier. Auger coming in, he's 4-1, and the other 8-2. So the ratio identical on both sides. Just a matter of one of them having had a few more opportunities down there in Wyoming to get a little more experience.
And Auger motioning to not touch gloves at the start of the round. That might tell you he wants to get things started off right away. Leg kick, inside leg kick coming from Shane Crusader Kelly. These guys are feeling out each other a little bit.
I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
Auger grabbing a big takedown, starting to pour it on. Pouring it on, and Kelly up with a ferocious pace. He wanted to get off the ground there, did not want to be underneath Auger. And Auger pouring it on.
On the ground, trying to get on top, so he can potentially end it here. Trying to get Kelly pinned to the ground and then start really pouring it on. You can hear probably Auger's corner in the background here.
And Kelly doing a great job working on a sweep here in the mount. Kelly taking the mount, little turn of events here. Kelly takes the mount, now he takes the back. Looks like he's got his hooks in. Auger is in a bad spot here. What Kelly wants to do is stick his chest, keep his chest to the back, stick on Auger and not give him an inch. Keep that back mount. Starting to pour on some strikes from this position. Auger needs to work. He needs to work out. He needs to work out of this position. He cannot rest here. This is a bad position. This is when your king is in check.
Kelly trying to get a hook there, and Auger looked early on in this first round that he was going to be the more active fighter, but Kelly certainly has turned it around as we head to the back half of round number 1.
Kelly throwing some good peppering shots, nothing huge here, not really pouring out his gas tank. Looking for the finish here, looking for a choke. Does he have it? I can't tell if he's under the chin.
From this angle, it certainly looks like he may.
And he's out. Good job by Auger, keeping his chin tucked, defending well. And you see that Kelly is now on his back. If you can take the top, if you can stay on top on the back, that's great. He wants to give Auger no space, stay on the back, commit to it, own the position, and dominate from there. He's got the body triangle set up, as I said. That puts tremendous pressure on the midsection here. Restricts the breathing, constricts the lungs. You can't take as deep of a breath. You can't get your breath in. And working for choke again here.
Kelly back on top of him. And trying to get some strikes in there from that top position. Auger very, very quiet, except for that first maybe 30 or 40 seconds of the
10
first
seconds.
round.
Oh, he came out hard. He came out very hard.
He
came out very hard. Ended up getting yourself in a bad position, and that's the problem. You know, this is not necessarily a sprint.
And it's the first round of your 170-pound title fight, presented by Trackside Auto Body.
Great sportsmanship shown by both these fighters here. We're looking for see what adjustments they make in round 2. Auger might not want to go to the ground with Kelly.
No, that certainly seems to be Kelly's strategy, and it did look early on that Auger had ideas or designs on coming out very, very quickly, trying to kind of catch Kelly by surprise. Kelly, of course, is the more experienced fighter. He does have a couple of losses on his record, so he's not invincible. But, this is not the type of sport where there's necessarily a ton of tape on guys either. And it's still a relatively small community, so I'm sure you have some idea about, the other fighters and what they like to do, what they don't. On the other hand, everybody's always working to get better, too. And so just because they maybe have not won a fight in a given way before doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's not teaching them how to get better in that particular discipline.
Yeah,
they may very well come out and do it the next fight.
Constantly reinventing themselves, constantly adding wrinkles to their games, working on it, and especially both these fighters with Auger with 1 loss, Kelly with 2 losses. They've tasted that and they've gone to make those corrections. You can guarantee they're going to be looking to take advantage of those corrections that they've made in training camps tonight. Let's see how round 2 goes. Shane Crusader Kelly versus Daniel Eagle Catcher Auger.
The fighters in the middle of the ring now, feeling each other out a little bit. Kelly, I think, comfortable with what he was able to do and accomplish there in round one. Auger needs to do something different here in the second round.
And they are swinging. Auger is swinging some shots. Oh, landed a big shot there. He rocked him. He is on proverbial roller skates, Dave. Big kick. These guys are throwing down. Trading hooks. Working for the finish, both these fighters. And a big takedown by Daniel Crusader Kelly. What an exciting second round, Dave.
No kidding. Awful good start to this second round, and Kelly back on the ground with Auger, and Kelly did take some nasty shots early on in this second round. Auger, I think, probably recognizing after advice from his corner, probably didn't win the first round, so you better go out there and give him a show the second round if you're intending to get back into this fight.
Absolutely, and Auger, he's giving up his back again here. He does not want Kelly on his back. Kelly trying to work that arm in for a choke, trying to work around to the back. If he can throw that second hook in, it's going to be a big problem for Auger. And Auger works to take top position. He's in half guard now, and he's starting to pour it on. I tell you what, exciting second round to kick this thing off, Dave.
The thing that doesn't appear to me, though, is that Auger is actually doing any damage. He has spent some time on top, and he did throw a bunch of big punches right at the beginning of this second round. But Kelly certainly seems to have basically had his way with him thus far. Working
for a guillotine is Auger, and Kelly uses it to transition, sweep, and pass into side control here. You know, the damage was done when they were trading. They both inflicted some damage on each other there. They're using this as a little bit of a opportunity.
A little bit of a breather.
Yep, catch their breath, but continue. You know, you don't want to catch your breath on bottom in a bad position. Kelly continuing to work for that guillotine, and they transition again. Auger pouring it on from the top.
Auger able to rotate around, and he does have the top position right now. He is landing punches, but he's typically landing most of them off of Kelly's arm. So how much damage they're actually doing is a little bit difficult to tell. We'll see. Certainly we have seen already in the fights tonight how quickly they can change.
Absolutely. Sitting in topside half guard is Auger. Landing punches, though not the biggest shots ever, they do add up, and they definitely add up in the judges' scorecards, Dave. So Auger doing what he can to take over this second round, as he probably lost the first.
A couple nasty shots there. He snaps the head back.
And Kelly's got to be working to get out of this position. Just because he has some safety in this half guard. And he taps! He taps! Auger wins! Tap out by strikes!
Very, very excited about that. The doctor in there as well. He will check out Crusader Kelly and make sure that he's okay.
So Shane the Crusader Kelly taps out from strikes in the second round at Fusion Fight League. Fantastic card so far. Some big shots landed in that fight. Great transitions on the ground, top to bottom. Great heart shown by both fighters right up until the end when Shane the Crusader Kelly
170-pound title by tap out. Fighting out of the blue corner, it's Daniel Eagle.
We wear our love for our pets every day on t-shirts, hats, and even tattoos. But what if our pets could do the same? With Love My Human, they finally can. Now, your dog or cat can show their love for you with custom bandanas, tags, and more, featuring their favorite human, you. And there's more. If your pet ever gets lost, these unique products help others identify who they belong to. Love My Human, because love goes both ways.